Hello to all the knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr.RoyalNieves, coming back at you with another video. My topic today is going to be basically about seeing the good in everything. So basically, seeing the good is everything. Is regardless of what situation, circumstances you in, you choose to see the positive side of the situation or circumstance. You see the things to be grateful for. You see to be more appreciative about the good, in the world and people, circumstances, and yourself, or just in circumstances, situation. Seeing the good is basically, it's a mindset. It's a perspective. Because there's people who see things in a negative way, and there's people who see things in a positive way. And depending on your mindset, it will just you will pick what to talk about, basically. So someone with a positive mindset or looking for the good in every situation basically points out like, oh, this was what's good about the situation, or this kind of help redefine a meaning or something for me, and that's how I choose to describe myself as a positive person, because I always like to see the good in everything. I don't like, because that's just how I naturally am. I like seeing the positive. I speak positive, because everything, when you really look at everything, when you have the mindset or perspective of, there's always opportunity in everything, and you just gotta look for the lesson, and the blessing in a circumstance or situation. That's basically what I mean by seeing the good in everything. And usually, people who have a negative outlook or a negative perspective, they always look at the wrong, even if it's something that's not that serious. That's why it's very important to be careful how you use your vocabulary and your word, because there's people who would take something so simple and the way they'll describe it make it like astronomical. Like when you hear them speak, you're like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, what? Oh my god, that sounds crazy. But when you really look at it, if you're from somebody else's perspective, you'll be like, oh, they're just exaggerating. Like they're being so dramatic for no reason. You get what I'm saying? So that's something that I learned with certain friends that I had, and like certain family members, that by God's amazing grace, by like my reading books and audios of positivity, of growth, and how to really understand my mind, how my mind works, and understanding patterns and speech patterns, behavior patterns, tendencies, and all these things. I begin to really see the difference in people's patterns, in the way they speak, in the way they view things, in the way they describe things, how they interpret reality for themselves. That's why I tell a lot of people that you can see the positive in a lot of things. And not only, like, when you choose to look at things in a positive way, regardless of the circumstance or situation, it brings a lot of peace within yourself. It brings a lot of hope, joy, a lot of growth. It helps establish a harmony with you and God. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of how life is, it's how you look at it. You know how they say it's 90% of what you do about it, 10% what really happens to you. So it's basically true. Because there's people who could be like, and it's basically when you look at things or how you start your day, it would determine how your day will go. Just like how I was saying about the video, it's very important to be grateful and appreciative and have gratitude in your spirit, because it helps establish that mindset as well. You know what I'm saying? So it basically keeps you in a positive state of mind and a positive emotion, because it has so many benefits to being positive and thinking positive and attracting and receiving God's blessings or miracles in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in line, you're in tune with who God is and His truth and His worth and His positivity and everything that He does. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to make this video about always seek the good in everything. Because sometimes we automatically assume a lot of things, and then we believe our assumptions, and then we kind of get into this victim mentality or the defense mentality, and then we thinking that we're always right and everybody's always wrong, because we don't choose to take accountability for our part in the situation. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes that's why being humble goes a long way, because it really establishes your serenity within yourself, your integrity and who the type of person you are. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, it's like, just like for example, today I went to go see an apartment. I went to go see an apartment, and I really thought it was beautiful. It was nice. It was in a quiet area. It had It had like the bedrooms, it was pretty, it was real comfortable, it was very convenient, it had parking and all this other good stuff, right? I'm looking at like, oh, this is like perfect, not even 2 minutes down, like down the street, you had CVS, you had the grocery store, you're legit 2 seconds from downtown of the city, so it was really beautiful, I really was like, oh, this has to be it, but the gentleman I went with, he just took it in a whole different way. He looked at all the negative, because of something that didn't even apply to the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? So he just allowed one thing to really make him feel distasteful or just kind of turn off, and that's what happens when you don't have the eyes of possibilities, to see the beauty in front of you regardless of anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't even bad at all. I really thought it was beautiful and everything, but that's based on my perspective and my outlook of positivity and looking for the good and us receiving and understanding that reality. You get what I'm saying? But in his reality, he thought it was too crowded or it was too small. It had rugs. He thought the rugs were dirty, and then all these external realistic excuses to validate his opinion of not wanting it, basically, based off being turned off, based off something that even applied to the apartment. You get what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of people who came to see. It was a showing of the apartment. There was a lot of people who came. So because of so many people coming, he was already turned off by that. But it's like you're just keeping yourself, keyword, keeping yourself from the blessing that you want God to bless you with. So if God is helping you with beginning the journey of receiving your blessing, but you're blocking the blessing because you keep choosing to look at the negative or external factors to something that's going to keep you from that. You get what I'm saying? It's just like if you want something, you're going to do the action behind it because you really want it. But if you choose in the midst of that, you look at everything all negative, how do you expect God to bless you when you're not even appreciating the fact that He even allowed the opportunity for you to even gaze upon it, to find it, and let alone make an appointment to see it? You get what I'm getting at? You get how everything is aligned. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're positive, when you're positive speech, positive outlook, you begin to align yourself with the blessings and miracles that you're already hoping and praying for. But when you're negative, you're turning yourself off from that. You're basically telling God, you're basically telling the creation of existence of what you want, that's not what you really want, because basically what you imagine in your mind, what you focus on, is what you will see. It will become your reality. So if you're always like if you always have the mindset of looking for negative, that's all you're going to ever find. It's negative about everything. But if you choose to look at it in a positive way, in a positive sense, all you see is positive. Positive gives life. Negative dims life. You get what I'm saying? Positive builds you up. Negative tears you down. Positive make you attractive. Negative repels. It's a cause and effect to this. You know what I'm saying? So why not line yourself up with all that is possible for you to be successful in your endeavors or whatever it is you're trying to achieve in your life, instead of thinking negative? And sometimes that comes from your self-worth or the way you feel about yourself. Because when you feel deserving, worthy, when you know what you're worth, you know what you bring to the table, then you don't have to settle in a negative self-image, basically, is what I'm getting at. Now you get what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you it's so important to really have this positive outlook and mindset, because it's just gonna bring your dreams into reality when you take the action behind them. But in the journey, you gotta be just happy and positive, because when you have faith in God and that confirmation, it's only a matter of time until you receive. But a lot of people just expect to be negative. A lot of people expect blessings to come when they already made up their mind with this unrealistic wall of negativity, because they're afraid to receive, or they're afraid to change, or maybe don't know how to change, or don't know exactly what to do to change. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be willing, a willing vessel, in order to receive. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you so much for coming to my video. It was incredible talking to you again. I pray you have an incredible day. Comment, like, and subscribe. Share. Let's take the world by storm. Let's come together. Let's grow together and begin to live the reality of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? But until my next one, peace.